Ariana Grande singing.
Oh
so
my
because
gosh.
the Europe
That's harsh.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of says EU.
EU.
Like
Oh my
Europe.
gosh.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is us from the Midwest, Ethan and Angela, and today we're going to be taking a look into something random that actually she pulled up, she found. It's something I've never really paid attention to. I knew there was a difference. But anyway guys, it is why the European siren is scientifically proven to be better from the channel Half as Interesting, which is a great name for a channel. But anyway guys, I knew there was a difference. The only reason why I know there's a difference is some very raunchy Family Guy joke.
See, I was actually surprised to hear you hadn't known there was that much of a difference. It was something that I was actually thinking about. I was like, there's a difference. I wonder if there's a reason behind that. And that's when I came across this video. Because I knew there was a difference. I knew there's a very distinct sound difference between European sirens and the ones in the US. And I think the ones in the US are the only ones like that, too.
So the one thing I knew there was a difference, I knew there was a big difference in like police cars. I don't think they can have like secret police cars. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure there was some. I know I've heard people mention that like we over here we have like a lot of cop cars. Yeah, a lot of cop cars are kind of like not obviously cop cars.
Right.
But you can only really tell because they have all the antennas and the siren on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's more of an American thing. Like because I think over in Europe they want you to automatically be able to find a cop no matter what for an emergency. Because over here they try to stay hidden for like speed tickets or speeding.
They speed traps.
So anyway, guys, I don't know if you guys knew that, and I could be wrong on that. When Europe might have some undercover secret agent unit that does for speeding. I don't know. But anyway, guys, we're doing the sirens today, not the difference between the cop cars themselves.
Yes, because there is a very distinct difference in the sirens, and I'm really curious to know why.
If you've ever been in New York City,
Never been.
You've probably heard this sound. Or wait, sorry,
What?
wrong one. I meant to play this.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's ours.
Yeah.
In New York City, the wailing siren is part of the symphony of the streets. It's an icon of the city, but like many of New York's icons, Times Square, the subway system, and Rudy Giuliani, it sucks.
This is the older
but it
system
doesn't
or video.
have to. This is a European siren.
Yep.
Yeah, you see?
If you've ever been to Europe, and especially anywhere near Birmingham, you'll
So
recognize.
anyway, I do take that back. I have heard them because like in the English film,
Yeah.
like James Bond, they played the
Yeah.
doo-dee-doo.
If you've ever been to Europe, and especially anywhere near Birmingham, you'll recognize this sound, which is called the high-low siren, immediately. New York and other places in America are reportedly considering switching to the European siren, and this video is my manifesto
That'd be
as
so
to why
weird.
they should. Because while all sirens are unpleasant and interrupt and make me doom scroll Twitter for 30 seconds while recording audio, European sirens can be scientifically proven to suck less than New York and the rest of America's sirens. To understand why, you first have to understand a bit about sound waves. This is a sound wave. You can call him Wavy, although technically his full name is Waverton B. Dorado, here to the cool range fortune.
What?
But we'll stick with Wavy for now. This part of Wavy, his height, which you can call amplitude if you want to be fancy about it, determines how loud he is, which is measured in decibels. Both the New York and the European siren hit the same decibel level, 118, which, by the way, is more than the human ear should hear because our ears start taking on damage at about 80. The sirens will exceed it because, I mean, it's an ambulance. They don't have time to worry about your health or safety. So the New York and European sirens are equally as loud, but the difference comes here, in their frequency, which we usually call pitch, mainly because Frequency Perfect 3 is a terrible movie title. We traditionally measure pitch in hertz, in honor of the world's third most mediocre car rental company, and the higher a frequency, the higher the pitch and hertz level. Here, I'll show you. As Wavy's frequency increases, you'll hear the pitch go up. And this is the key difference between the New York siren and the European siren. The New York whale siren is traditionally between 600 and 1200 hertz, while the European high-low siren moves between 450 and 600 hertz,
So a lot lower.
meaning the European siren's highest pitch is only half the highest pitch of the New York siren. That's what makes it so much better. People generally perceive high-pitched sounds to be piercing and unpleasant. Think of a baby crying, or a mosquito buzzing, or Ariana Grande singing.
Oh
so
my
because
gosh.
the Europe
That's harsh.
European siren is lower, most people find it less annoying.
But you can also argue because it's lower and less annoying, people aren't going to respect it as much.
Why would that be the case though? It doesn't mean, like, you still respect it because of what it is, what it represents.
Because you can ignore it better.
But why would you ignore it? You're still probably supposed to pull over.
I guess.
Like, you still get out of the way. No, yeah, it's not as piercing. It's not as much
It's true. I could tell a funny story real quick. Is one time I was outside and there was an ambulance going by our road, and I was with my kids, and I went ahead and walked to the side of the road so we could watch it. I'm like, here it comes, so we could watch it. And right as it went by, it honked and had the siren. Freaked my baby girl out. She like clung to me so tight because it was right next to us at that point. She totally freaked out. Like, you're okay. That was not a good idea on my part.
Well, one thing I do want to mention is I think a lot of cops, especially when they pull you over, they don't play the sirens right away. That's like the last resort. Because the other day I was driving to work and there was a cop behind me, and for some reason I didn't see it, and they never played their siren. Like, I finally saw them.
Oh, they had their lights flashing?
Yeah, they had their lights flashing, but they like came right up on me because they were trying to pass.
Oh.
But they didn't play their sirens yet, or turn them on or whatever.
Yeah.
I know, like, ambulance and fire trucks, I think they play them. I keep saying play. They turn them on, like, I think immediately. But the cops, like, they kind of do as a last resort if you're not pulling over.
I do know they're sometimes more respectful of night hours. You know, if they're just buzzing through a neighborhood and it's like 9 o'clock at night or later, they won't play their sirens. They'll just have their lights going.
I would say that, at least from this video, it does make sense not to have it so just in your
blatant.
It'd be weird to hear the EU like over here. It kind of sounds European. EU.
I think it would cause more attention though, because everyone would be like, "What is that?"
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of says EU. Like
oh
Europe.
my gosh.
In addition, by alternating clearly and distinctly between the 600 Hz pitch and the lower 450 Hz pitch, the siren offers listeners a clear respite from the siren's highest pitch, while the New York siren's pitch change is continuous, so you never feel like you get a break. Now, you probably have 3 questions. First, if I rage comment something on this, will it boost the video's algorithmic performance? Second, are all people who eat cereal inherently evil? And third, considering it's less annoying, is the European siren less effective? Well, the answers are yes, yes, and no. It turns out that European sirens are actually more effective than New York sirens, mainly because lower frequency pitches move further than higher frequency pitches. I guess that explains why I never get responses to my daily pitch emails to Netflix for a reality show about a towel factory. But to understand why lower frequency pitches move further, you first need to know that sound waves have to move through a medium. Given that the Long Island medium is normally busy with her TV show, sound most frequently has to travel through air. As sound waves travel, they're vibrating the particles in the air to transfer the sound, or energy, and because low frequency waves are, less frequent, they transfer less energy to the air particles than high frequency waves, thus running out of energy less quickly and thus moving further. This principle extends to sirens, according to a study conducted in 2013 by a group of scientists who were definitely totally not wasting their engineering PhDs by studying the wee-woo machines. They found that a 40-year-old with average hearing could detect the New York whale siren at a maximum of 249 feet or 76 meters, and a 60-year-old could detect it at 125 feet or 38 meters. For the European two-tone siren, those numbers were nearly doubled. The 40-year-old could detect it at 508 feet or 155 meters, and the 60-year-old at 206 feet or 63 meters. So, in the end, when it comes to sirens, it turns out that the European way is just better than the New York way. However, the good news for New Yorkers is that, with the small exception of healthcare, infrastructure, social safety nets, paid family leave, criminal justice, rock and roll, silly hats, bread, cheese, football chants, life expectancy, singing competitions, and a medium-sized grouping of other things, America does absolutely everything else better than Europe.
So anyway, very well put together video.
I think it answered my question.
What was your question again?
Why there is a difference?
Oh.
So I'm wondering if the European ones been there longer, and for some reason American just adapted the other version.
I seem to think that, at least in England, I'm pretty sure, was England the first country to make a police force?
Ooh.
I think it was.
I didn't even think of that.
Obviously, then you have to wait till the automobile came around, and then whoever decided to put on a...
Let's see, America had to organize militia pretty early on, but I don't think that's
the police force.
Well, it's similar.
No, it's absolutely not.
I don't know.
I think say the European one is better just for the sake that you can hear it twice as far.
Yeah, that is a good point.
That alone would make it...
And I think you are in tune, because there's no really other sounds like that. Like, even car alarms aren't quite the same.
Well, I think they purposely make it like where a song wouldn't have a similar tone or beat to it, unless apparently. Okay, well there's some songs. Unless there's Ariana Grande too singing, and then you can't tell the difference.
I kind of like her voice. I just don't like her
just
songs.
she can just go very high. She can wail.
And she can also go very low.
I do like the idea of it not being so loud because over here when you're next to is like you were saying.
It's deafening. You have to cover your ears.
So loud, like it actually probably could damage your ears if you listen to it all the time.
Which I'm wondering. I guess the people inside are more insulated, so they don't hear it.
They probably insulate it heavier, I would imagine.
But our road is like a main route for the hospital in our town, so almost daily we'll see an ambulance go by, if not more.
I mean, it's not deafening in the house, obviously, but it's so
you
loud.
hear it. I'd make a game out of it though. It's like, oh, there's a policey car. Oh, there's an ambulance, and I just have the kids rush to the window and they get all excited because they want to see it go by.
Anyway, guys, that was the video. It's just kind of one of those random things. As always, Europe does something better. I'm becoming less and less surprised by that. And I really do wonder why we do things so differently, because it seems like Europe usually does the thing first.
We're independent.
Well, they usually do the thing first, and then we do a similar thing later, and then totally opposite.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give your guys' thoughts and opinions down below, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Please be safe, take care, look after one another, and as always, cheers.